Because I started. Alright, enough rambling. Right, so far we are. Burps. Uh, we are this far on Chi Chi. The only issue is, uh, her weapon is. How is your weapon actually? Cinnabar Spindle. You've only got three options. I've got Prototype Rancor, which is fine. This one, which would give you defense. That would make you a really. Actually, hold on. Let me look up Chi Chi's Genshin Chi Chi build. Because Cinnabar Spindle would be really handy. Because you could be tanky while also healing. Skyward Blade would give her healing. Sacrificial Sword or Favonia Sword. Summit Shaper. No, there's no. Okay, and what do we have here? We've got Prototype Rancor. Favonia Sword, which I think was an actual option. Uh, Aquila Favonia. Yeah, Favonia Sword. That would be good for the hybrid cryo healing, which we need to get ocean-hued clams? 2-piece, healing bonus by 15%. 4-piece. When the character equipping this artifact set heals a character in a party, a sea dye foam appears for 3 seconds. Accumulate. Oh, that's the new one. Okay. Okay, we can do the new one. But do I want to do it now or do I want to do it in a little bit? Is this the one? Evidence of its fate? No. Oh, crud. Put me really far off. Nothing over here. Slumbering Court gives me... Yeah, this one. So, we'll just start building out, Chi-Chi's artifacts. But first, let me check what we want to get. Okay, so the Blossom gives HP, the Plume gives attack because it's feather, Crowery of Parting gives HP, attack, defense, energy recharge, or elemental mastery. Pearl Cage gives HP, attack, defense, physical damage bonus, element damage bonus, or elemental mastery. While Crown of Watasumi gives HP, defense, healing bonus, crit damage, crit rate, and elemental mastery. First, let's check how Chi-Chi does her healing. Oh, it's all about attack. Let's try getting this leveled up, actually. Yeah, so if we can get this all leveled up, we can get at least this far. Okay, so... This is nearly 100%. So she heals... Oh, she heals for a whole attack.
What?
Which is frankly nothing at the current moment. Okay, so let's not remove that. Not yet. Not yet. Healing bonus we can keep. We can keep if I don't find a replacement. How much does it do? Some attack. Physical damage we don't need. HP, which we don't really need, so I'm just gonna remove this. Gonna remove this. Gonna remove this. And gonna remove this. So at the current moment, Chi-Chi has no bonus stats. In fact, just to confirm it, do you. Just so we've confirmed, she will not gain any of those stats. Because that will make it slightly easier to know what we're leveling and what we're not. Alright. Electric and Hydro.
This is how it must be.
Where's Hydro? Barbara here.
Wish me luck.
Do we have any other Electro? We got you. You've got defense. But you've got nothing else to your name. Cujo. You've got a little bit of attack. Ah, but everything's so... Oh, but you've got... Oh no, you've got elemental mastery, don't you? So you do a lot of electric damage. Wait, you don't actually do a lot of electro damage. Wait, what do you even do? HP, attack. Attack. What weapon do you have on? Oh. that would also explain why you're kind of weak. Okay, so you do bonus physical. No, we're not doing that. Yeah, we are going to switch you in.
All the way.
Because even if her attack is really weak, she does some physical damage. That's kind of where I was getting confused. It's like, why can't I do any damage? Where's all the damage going? And the damage is going in this attack. So this is a new place. Ooh, oh, actually. What?
Quiver. Nowhere to hide.
This is going to be interesting.
Incoming. Fate is upon
Again,
you.
we
Delve into destiny.
don't exactly have a whole lot in terms of Electro and Hydro stuff.
Let's dance.
That's like the only two elements I've honestly kind of neglected. Except for Barbara. I think Barbara is really good. Kaching's really good. Mona is very middle of the road, I want to say.
Speed of light.
Although actually, kind of rocking it.
Let the show
Oh,
begin.
and they've got
Ready, steady.
the bleeding thing, so
Incoming.
I'm just going to start losing health
With sword
over time. So I've got to keep the healing up.
Flash.
Oh, come on, really? You've got me trapped
Written
in a
the
corner.
stars.
Get me out.
Shadows of fate. Speed of light.
God, that's so annoying. Sawyer.
Incoming. Nowhere to hide.
Okay, so we're doing really well.
No turning back.
Actually, a lot better than I actually thought we were going to do.
Don't blink.
Then again, I think
I'll
it's
protect us.
Kaching doing most of the carrying. Although she is doing a little bit of healing. Like, not a bad amount.
Quiver.
But she isn't doing a whole lot. At least not against this thing. This thing might actually be
Let the show begin.
the hardest part.
Let me scribe.
So as long as I just take it nice and slowly.
Fate is upon you. Shadows of fate. Speed of light.
Yeah, but I think I need
Nowhere to hide.
way more electric units. Or I could just say screw it and bring in a different element altogether. But no, everyone can hold their own. The only issue comes if I screw something up. Which will probably be in the form of circuit logos, HP regen, defense, capture equipped with this artifact security effect in the following conditions. When on field, the character gains 1 stack after hitting an opponent with a geo attack, triggering a maximum of once every second, every 3 seconds. Okay. So this would be a Ningguang or a different thing. I guess it's also Ito? I guess Ito would benefit a little bit from that. Then again, we don't know anything about him. He could literally just be Actually, there's no character that benefits purely from take stats. That isn't like just health.
Protect us. Glory to the Shogun. Flash.
Cause every character so far, if they're defensive stats are beneficial.
With
They're
sword comes
they're
shadow.
health tanks, like the sponges. But nothing about defense. Like there's no character which is like, oh, each time you gain
Incoming.
or like your defense dictates damage for your whole team or whatnot.
Nowhere to hide.
I don't even think characters
Don't
like
blink.
is there a character that does anything to do with defense? I don't think so. Elemental Mastery is just
Speed of light.
general, and it would be really stupid to have a stat which you're focusing on.
Delves into destiny. Cut to the chase.
Like attack has a use, health has a use.
Got lucky that time.
God,
Let the
that's
show
really bad.
begin.
I don't think there's any other
Written in the stars. Let me scribe.
stat that's used in addition to just regular attack.
Speed of light.
Okay, now we're facing you mano a mano.
With sword comes shadow. Quiver. Don't blink. I'll
Okay.
protect us. Hi. Go, Barbara. Hey,
Yeah, okay, I think Barbara is actually really solid.
nowhere to hide.
Well, I mean, she kind of has to be.
Flash.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to use her.
Speed of light. Delves into destiny.
And just a reminder, we did Kaching really early on, Mona really early on. Barbara, I think, in the middle of everything.
This was not foretold. Fate
And
is upon
then-
you. Shadows of fate. Let's dance.
Cujo was at the very end. Also, Barbara's heal is just ridiculous. That fully healed the team. Not even a question. It was just like, oh, but Mona was nearly dead. And then full revive. Kabalash of Awakening. Okay, that's going on someone else. Crown of the Brave. Standard thing. Song of Life. And nothing else. Interesting. Also, just to explain, yesterday was the first, so I've already done the monthly shop grinding, so there's nothing else for me to look into.
No turning back.
But I still think, like Primagem rates are really low. Like, again, I've played Honkai, I've played Mega Man, I've played so and so and so. And in those games,
Speed of light.
you can generally get about 100 a day. Genshin is interesting because it gives you only like, how much is it? 60? And just to explain, you need not 2,000,
With sword comes shadow.
1,600 to do a full 10 pull.
Incoming.
So mathematically, if I can actually think,
Go, Barbara.
it would be you'd have to do that. I think this after done fighting.
Cut to the chase.
So if you do 10, that's 600. 1,200.
Glory to the Shogun.
It's nearly a month before you get a full 10 pulls, which is incredibly actually think back on it, it's actually incredibly not generous. Like even if it was an increase to 15 a commission followed by like the regular 20
Speed of light.
or maybe 30 if you want to be a little bit more extra,
Decided
that
by
would
destiny.
give you a fair bit.
me
Again, I'm
scribe.
gonna be so lazy on the math right now.
Incoming.
So that'd be like 90,
With sword
90 a day if you do the full daily set.
Ready, steady, go!
So if you do that every day, that's 900.
Strike!
Yeah, you'd get that about twice a month, roughly.
I'll protect us.
Like a full 10 pull every
Hi.
half a month, which again, still not as generous as some, but that's way more than where we are. And it just required
Incoming.
an increase of 5, effectively.
Cut to the chase.
5 for the actual commissions, and to reach 90 would need an additional 10.
Don't blink. No
Which,
turning back.
again, those are small number increases.
Speed of light.
Because you really don't need that much. Yeah, you don't need that much of a buff.
Incoming.
You just need a little bit just to get a bit more, because it all stacks up. Because it's all multiplicative.
Speed of light.
So let me do the quick maths by bringing up a calculator to cheat. So if you get it's 60 a day, times it by 30. You get 1,800, which is enough to do one pull, or 110 pull. So if we do 15 times 4, crap, 15 times 4, that would be 60. So that would be a third of a pull if you just do all the commissions, and then we add, oh, we get 20. So if we get 30, it gets 90. Obvious maths. Now if we do this by 30, we get 2,700, which is not enough for two 10 pulls, but it dramatically changed the amount. Just 30 extra okay, 30 extra gems a day, because it's 5 for every individual commission, and then an additional 10? No, 10? Yeah, an additional 10 for full completion. And this is where I'll bring league balancing to the things. This is why when like Riot do like we're going to increase thing by 5, people are like, 5? Really? That's like really low. It needs to be like 20 or something. Not understanding that additional 5 wasn't there, and as long as you're playing well, that will come into effect. So let's say the champion Leona, her W negates 5 additional damage each time she's hit. Depending how many times she's hit, that can save her anywhere between a light poke or barely escaping with her life.
Let the show begin. Incoming.
The issue with balancing usually becomes when someone has a small lead and then it just goes wildly out of control.
Let me scry. This was not foretold.
So I think the best way to put it is actually the Ruination event is a good thing to point out when it comes to balancing, because it is a horrible example of balancing, mainly because it didn't really take into account anything. The reason I can say wholeheartedly, just 5 additional Prima Gems is no problem, because it's a guarantee. It's a guarantee 5 Prima Gems, because the task is relatively easy to do. I don't think you can really fail a commission, unless you're really ill-prepared, or you've just started and you don't have all of them. That's the only way you can really fail commissions. But with the Ruination event, it was interesting because Riot was trying to promote playtime. So they made the event very grindy, they gave very minimal points. The issue is that they never had an idea how many games they wanted people to play. So they just began multiplying things and going like, oh yeah, they'll get all the top end things, and it's like they assumed that all the players are just going to be the absolute best, but they're not. So they got minimum points, and even then, one of the conditions to actually get more points was on the final day with Akshan, where you got final points for winning the game. Not even playing the game, winning the game.
Speed of light.
So, in a basically emergency panic, because like people are stopping playing the game, and what we were doing was working against us. They had to implement a system where for every game you played, you got like 200 points, because they had to. Because they completely messed up the math, and instead of recalculating all the math again, putting the game down so that people play again, no, they completely screwed up. No, she got one. They completely screwed up, so they had to do that emergency provision. I actually... Do I have the Excel spreadsheet on me? Because I swear, I did an Excel spreadsheet of this. Ruination? No. Sentinel's Delight, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a lot. Let me just read through all this really quick. Okay, so at the very beginning, you got, what was it? You had Lucian, Senna, Gwen, Vayne, Olaf, and Riven. You got 1 point for Lucian, 1 point for Gwen, 2 points for Vayne, 2 points for Gwen, 2 points for Vayne, 1 point for... Oh, that's not right. 1 point for... Oh no, I remember right. 1 point for Olaf A, which was different from Olaf B, which gave you 4 points. And then you had Riven A, which gave you 4 points, and I imagine Riven B gave 4 points. But because of how the game works, you can actually play Riven B, so you are forced... No. Hold on, how does that work? Let's just say 1 and 4. The points you needed to get were started off at a reasonable 20, so you play a few games, and because you have Lucian, Senna, Gwen, Vayne, you've got you're gaining a fair amount of points. Then it jumps to Demacia, 210, just straight up 10 times for no reason. Okay, let's say, okay, and then you get Vayne, you get an additional 2. So, because you only start off with 4 points per game, so pre-Demacia would take 5 games. Very simple, fair enough. Demacia, okay, this is, and by the way, this is all assuming you get the most points out of it, because I'm only giving the maximum points. Oh, sorry, this is the minimum. So you gain 4 points, so you beat pre-Demacia in 5 games, whatever. Maximum. Lucian 8, Senna 8, Gwen 8. So you would beat pre-Demacia in one go. If you... actually, I did all the calculations. No, wait, really? Oh, no. Okay, so I'm assuming the absolute lowest. So that would be... Yeah, this is the absolute lowest. So it'd be 10 games for pre-Demacia, because you'd only be getting 2 points, because Lucian and Senna together, because you don't get Gwen till after pre-Demacia. And then you get... Week 2 in... Oh no, okay, week 2, okay. Okay, I see. Okay, I should probably cut the explanation shit, because I wrote this chart a while ago, and I'm barely understanding it. Point is, you would... if you were really bad at the game, pre-Demacia, it would on the first week would take you 10 games. Demacia, if you did absolutely poorly, did I do this right? Yeah. It would give you... It would take 52 games. at the very worst, it would take you 52 games and a half, so 53, to beat Demacia. But each week, the points get multiplied. So you would week 1 minimum is 10. Demacia is 52. Week 2 for pre-Demacia is 5, and just goes down because the points go up. But the point is, you start at 20, you then go all the way to 3,200. And I can already tell there was no communicating where the damage, where the number should be, what the average player character got. It was just generally like, everyone will get max points and it'll be all tickety-boo because they'll all be playing the game. No, that's like... It's a stupid trainer logic, which is like, if we lock people in for a long amount of time, that will increase playtime. Not understanding that people can stop playing the game. You can't just say, play for 1,000 hours, and they'll go, yes, we'll play for 1,000 hours. That's not how that works.
I can't stop now. Speed of light.
Because you can't play for 1,000 hours, because you've got other things to do. You need to sleep. Admittedly, this was all during summer, so that people should have way more than enough time. But again, people don't have that much time. If you're a school child, you probably have homework to do, and your computer probably isn't your own. If you're a secondary school or college student, but again, you've probably got other priorities. You don't really have the time to spend effective hours. Again, this is assuming everything is half an hour games. So every time you play, you win. You decimate the game. You get contradictory things like all the assists and all the kills. And this is where numbers can be really stupid, because because you need to understand why the numbers have an importance. And the issue with the whole Sentinel Slayer thing, God, I hate that event, was that no one knew what the numbers meant, so no one knew what the scaling was. So the whole magic of the event, where you had to pick a champion and like they suit your playstyle, yeah, that didn't work out too well, especially because mathematically you could actually screw yourself over and never finish the event. Like, if they didn't do that emergency mission where you had oh, what was it? I think it was 200 or 300 points. Yeah, you just straight up could not finish the event. Because you would have to be playing every single day, at every waking hour, just to grind out enough points. And chances are people are going to have really bad games. Is that a fair thing to go by? No. Is it a fair thing to say that everyone will have the best game of their life? No, because no one's going to have the best game of their life all the time. Otherwise they would be challenger. Also, they would be playing people that are like inferior and should be in a different server altogether. Like, literally, if they wanted 100% play rate, they'd be looking at a super server against noobs, exclusively noobs, or bots.
No turning back. Incoming.
I completely forgot where this tangent was going. I think I remember. Oh yeah, bouncing.
Don't blink.
Point is, that entire situation could have been resolved if they had the right numbers. And I think Genshin just needed to tweak its numbers a little bit, because it's had 10 Prima Gems from the entire start.
Nowhere to hide.
Honkai Impact does a relatively good job at giving you gems. Then again, there are a lot more ways to get gems?
Steady, go.
Well, yeah, there is, because in Genshin you've got 4 dailies and then whatever achievements you get. In Honkai Impact, you get achievements, you get daily rewards, you get event missions, you get so and so. Like, there's always something going on.
Storm the front. Strike.
Genshin, however, has moments of downtime.
Don't blink.
Also, Genshin doesn't have a guaranteed rotation of multiple banners. It only has
Got lucky that time.
one or two at maximum, and then it has the quaint feint,
Nowhere to hide.
and then it just doesn't really have much else.
Delved into destiny.
Although I should add that technically Honkai Impact 3rd is more expensive, because the base summons for like certain things are 2,800,
Incoming. One step.
which A is really stupid because that is a really high amount of stuff you've got to grind for, and again enters the same situation Genshin's technically in. But they've also kind of overdone the whole. Well, they haven't actually changed
Incoming.
anything. They've lowered. What was it? You've got in Honkai Impact, you've got
I'll protect us.
5 daily missions,
Oh, hi.
of which you get 15, 15, and I think 30.
Don't blink.
And then you get, well, you'd actually get the amount I was suggesting. The issue is that even that's really too low. I mean, it's suitable for 2000s because you get 10 pulls every so often, and that's kind of great. Ooh. The issue is that you need you definitely need to find a balance, because if a player isn't getting anywhere, they'll get frustrated and quit. If a player is too bored, they'll get frustrated and quit, because you need to have the balance of I'm getting somewhere with this, or I have a chance,
Decided by destiny. Let me
and
stop.
that's where payment monetization comes in, which corrupts everything. Because honestly,
Speed of light.
I think Honkai
With
3rd
sword comes shadow.
should well, I guess 5.
Incoming.
No, actually, for 2000, I think. Yeah. For 2000, that's in the realm of being fine. You don't get it too often, but
Cut to the
you
chase.
get it often enough. For 2800, however, it's not enough. It's straight up a bore, and a glorious one too.
Speed of light.
But then again, that's only if you want like the special super units that you really desperately want,
Don't blink.
that aren't on special offer, mind
With
you.
sword comes shadow.
Then again, Honkai 3rd does give you free single pulls for the basic
Speed
pull.
of light.
It gives
Storm the
you
front.
multiple different events, different expedition stuff to increase your what was it called? Repository? No, that's Mega Man.
Speed of light.
Your armory.
Nowhere to hide.
Not to mention just generally level by level stages give you a lot of
Shadows of fate.
that currency, and not just you get free missions of like a lot. I guess part of it is psychological as well. You think you're getting more in Genshin because you're getting them all in one big chunk, while your time's more divided in Honkai 3rd. Was there a point to this?
Speed of light.
Point is, I think there needs to be
Delved into
a kind
destiny.
of balance in how numbers work,
Incoming.
because currently I think gachas, Genshin, Honkai 3rd
With sword comes
played, some play towards their whales. I think War of the Vision is actually a really good game and doesn't actually rely on its whales too much. What game does rely on its whales though? I'm trying to think. Again, it isn't just Genshin Impact or Honkai 3rd. Mega Man X Dive is fine. Then again, it's got a 10 pull every 1,000, so 1 is every 10. Fate is improving a little bit from what I see. Mainly because it's including weekly tickets, as well as getting enough gems to do a single pull. Again, that had to be updated because it was only 2. That was a year or so ago. Fate also goes typically by story event, story or what was it? Story event, story story event. No, story event 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 story event 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 story event 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 event. Because again, that game is heavily based in its events. Like, there is not a moment of downtime in that game. If there's a moment of downtime, you've already done the revisit. And you probably just sweeped through it really quick. Oh, what other games they used to play? I'm trying to think. Crap.
Let me leave my space. Shadows of fate.
There were a few games I quit. I can't remember them though.
No turning back.
That's
Strike.
which one was it? Ah, crap. Can't remember it.
With sword
Completely vanished from my mind.
Got lucky that time.
I think the Nier game kind of suffers a little bit from it. Then again, I think the list of characters, if you're not going for like the 2Bs or the 2Ps or the
Written in the stars.
I guess none of the special units, I think you're fine. Oh no, are you fine? No, actually, no, sorry, I take that back. If you're going for the special units, you're going to be there a while because that game splits its pool into 2, which is weapons and characters. If you get a rare character, you get their rare weapon as well, which I think is a wonderful trait.
Speed of light.
However, if you go for...
Nowhere to hide.
however, those rates are also pretty low, so... And the rate at which you get them are really bad, especially if your phone is slow, so you'll just take forever to do things.
Storm the front. Flash. Hey.
Basically, I think gacha games need to judge how often people will finish story stuff without paying. Because playing games over and over again, setting an auto, getting bored until you can't win, or you need to do something very specific, that can get boring. Very boring. Actually, I'm surprised the Sonic universe hasn't gotten a gacha yet. Okay, I know technically it has a gacha with Sonic Dash. That one? I know that one's technically a gacha. But it's... I don't remember last time I played it. Yeah, okay, I don't actually remember much about it. All I really remember is... anything new? Oh, come on. HP, let's do attack. Blossom, here we go. Then Feather, do we have Feather? No. Oh, we don't have a Feather. Alright, what about you? Do we have a hat? Oh, but that does crit damage. Oh, lame. 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 Oh, but what does it give instead? What about, safe? Okay. We'll equip you for now. We've got that locked. So, I guess in its place, we'll put in... Oh, this actually. That's actually really cool. Now that means She's back where she started. Wow, that actually brought her all the way back where she started. So, guess we gotta increase her attack a little bit. But no, I think greed blinds a lot of maths. Like it's like, oh, we want the most, so you try to bleed as much as you can by going from the absolute maximum possible, and it usually doesn't work because it usually pisses off people. Crit damage, crit damage. Flower of life. Hold up, what are you? Oh, you're not a flower though. Oh, I've already got. Okay, I've already got that. That's fine. Okay, that's 25%. So yeah, okay. Hey, over 1,000. Woohoo! Now just to increase a bit more damage. Because again, 5.8% is not bad. HP will. Oh, but it also gives damage. Okay, I'm gonna lock you. Attack, defense. Okay, we're gonna go back and lock you. HP will lock you. Hydro damage, we don't need that. Attack, we don't need that. HP, we don't need that. Energy recharge, we don't need that. Bloodstained final hour, we don't need that. Don't need. We might need. Oh, come on, really? Don't need. Don't need. Don't need. Don't need. Kinda need. Don't need. $400. Alright, cool. Sadly, Chi-Chi still doesn't do a whole lot of damage because her entire thing is sustained.
I'm all for work-life balance, but
Like she splits her damage into healing and well, damage. But yeah, point was that I think 5 more Prima Gems per daily commission, and maybe an additional 10 for maxing out. That would bring you up to 15, 15, 15, 15, and 30.
into destiny.
Which, again, sounds incredibly fitting. You're basically doubling the amount.
Decided by destiny. Let me scribe.
The issue is, I think a lot of fans, instead of being pragmatic about the situation, just kind of flipped this shit and didn't actually think of any proper solution. They just went, we're not happy, and just did a social media campaign. In which case, miHoYo threw out free wings.
No turning back.
Was free wings, a harp,
Incoming.
and I guess there was the
Delves into destiny.
there was the anniversary event, which gave a lot of stuff. And yes, that was an anniversary event because it gave you way more primos than any event prior. Like you got a special chest. You got 10. You got 10 Prima Gems, and there were multiple Prima chests. Like it was ridiculous at one point where I could do multiple pulls.
Fate is upon you.
But no,
Incoming.
we got the short end of the stick. So again, I think 5 additional Primogems. Not much each time, but the multiplicity of it will mean that people just generally, if they play the game, they get more stuff, and if they complain they're not getting stuff, they're not playing the game. Because a game should reward its players for playing the game, and not rewarding people for logging in. Because what I saw on the anniversary was basically just people going, I want like 200 a day, I want 200 a day, I want this much. Or no, it wasn't even 200 a day, it was something, like there was some sort of ridiculous image going around where it was like, oh, you want like 5 acquaint feints, you want like 10 pulls every day, and it was like, guys, it's like, slow your roll, because you can't have. Okay, I am yawning. It's like you can't have that much being given for free, because that's like, why play the game if you're not effectively getting anything for playing the game? Like, it would be a sense of inflation. Like, you would have Genshin having inflation because we increased the amount of things we got. We have to increase the actual summon pools or change something about guarantees. Like, something would always be given up. But no, I think five a day. That's like that'd be fine. It's like, if you've got the whales who don't actually want to play the game, that they'll still shell out the money to play the game. You're just pulling in the people that want to play the game close to the fold. Close to the fold, is that right? Yeah, you're close to the fold. Oh, it'd be a neat experiment, like a month where it's like, oh, we're giving you 15, and we'll see how that goes. Again, no game is perfect. No game is gonna be amazing right off the bat, and no game is gonna get everything right on its first try. Mega Man X Dive is the grand example of that, where like they bungled a lot up, like to the point where what did a crab? Hold on. Did a crab just fall out of the sky? What? Hold on, I'm gonna. Okay, I'm checking this. What did a? Did a crab actually just fall from the sky? Hold on. To the point where. Yeah. Like, was it a general crab? Like, to the point where. Yeah, it just appeared.
A blade embraces its
it just
duty,
appeared in
as
the
a
air.
jeweler cherishes their gems.
Playback speed 0.25. Yeah, like, it just appeared. It just appeared. What the hell?
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Let me actually just. Sorry, I I saw this and it's like, what? How did this happen? What? Like, literally, a crab spawned in midair. What? How does that happen? Like, how does that happen? I guess it's trying to spawn in,
All hail. Born of ice and
on the
frost,
player's
life
location,
judgment.
but that's like something, not noobish, but it's not exactly the the the. God, that threw me off. It's not exactly the most professional thing. Like normally, you spawn things in at a distance so that you don't notice it appearing. For it to like, it's normally if imagine a circle around your player, and then you like tweak some things to get rid of the inner circle so it becomes a ring. So if it is grabbing a random area around the player, uh, it might be grabbing let's say 1 to 15 from X and Y. Not said because I don't want to go up or down. But the issue is that if you have a random thing for everything, uh, if it's well, it has to go negative, so left and right. So it would be negative 15 to positive 15 both ways. But now you have effectively a square. So you either need to normalize it so that it won't exceed, 15 distance altogether, or but that's only just making it so it's a ring and not a square. So you also need to remove the middle part, but the only way to do that is to change the lower bound. But you can't change the lower bound because it will go left and right. So what you can do is that you can do something like 7 to 15, so that would make a 7 to 15 normalized, so that make kind of a quarter circle. And then if you have a random chance for it to flip to the other side, then you've got you'd have 7 to 15 and negative 7 to negative 15, both ways. So you would have a ring kind of effect. And that's usually how that's how you would do spawning. You would effectively choose an area around the player, make sure it's not too close, and then spawn it. But usually you would spawn it above the actual ground, like barely above the ground. You wouldn't usually spawn it at the player's location. Otherwise, you'd have like a GTA 5 thing going on, where things just kind of pop in. Like, for no reason. Oh well. Well, I guess I know what the thumbnail for YouTube's gonna be at least. Skycrabs.
Thank you for complete.
Oh my god, that's actually kind of hilarious. Okay. I think the excitement died down a little bit. And where are we in terms of 3008? Not doing that. Not doing that quite yet. Hmm. Hmm. Oh no, the stream's gone down. I'm totally not gonna do something right here. Can you actually see the stream? No, you can't see the stream. Yes, I'm totally not going to do something. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Uh, oh hey, look at that. I got a random 50 Prima gems. Honestly, I was even surprised I had a 50 extra. Oh! 5 star! 5 star! 5 star! Pity's reset. Yeah. If that was another 5 star, I was gonna laugh. But no, no laughing. Only sadness. That really blows. That really blows. Because unless I get EULA on one of these random pulls, we're not getting EULA. That was it. That's over. We might get Shenhe next time though. Which I am. Ugh. Alright, Gene. What'd you get? People's Aegis. When Gene picks up an elemental or particle, all party members have the movement speed and attack speed increased by 15% for 15 seconds. That's not too bad, actually. I still would have rathered EULA. And we've got a maxed out Noelle. Sweeping time increases Noelle's attack by an additional 15% of her armor. Additionally, every opponent defeated by this skill duration adds 1 second to a total of 10 seconds. Wait, so what is that again? Talents. Sweeping time. Oh! Hey, remember when I was saying if there's a character who needed defense instead of attack? Yeah. I think we found it. I think we found the character who needed defense over, you know. I think that's gonna be it. I think we're done here. God, that